officially starting episode 7 of Los Raspados Podcast. This is Omar from the Martian Crew. Welcome back. We have not done a podcast episode since last school year. Before we start, I want to give a shout out to all the students in the background, part of the production team. They haven't lost, their magic touch. They still know how to set it up. Everybody's working as a group. I'm proud to see them not forgetting what I taught them last year. But yeah, shout out to everybody. Shout out to Ari. And let's begin. We'll start with you. Name, grade, advisory.
My name is Oddet G. I'm in 12th grade, and my advisor is Jonathan, in this class, actually.
My name is Nathan Manin, and 12th grader, and my advisor is Profe.
Hi, my name is Ibrahim, and I am a senior, and my advisory is Ms. Renteria.
So I'm going to start. When I ask y'all a question, I'm going to say your name, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. Or I'll just point to you, however, right? So we're going to start with you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to ask y'all the same question. What was your role and responsibility during the Bunche of Love Festival?
Mm-hmm. So mine basically was creating the game and just being in charge of it. I had a partner, obviously. I wasn't working alone. We created a game called Basket Toss. And basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. You throw some like ping pong balls or objects into the baskets, try to make it in. And that was basically my role in there.
For me, I had no group. I was assigned nothing, so they called me the errand boy. I was doing errands for whoever needed help. I was setting up. And then Vanessa came and just said, "Can you take a picture with the Polaroid?" And I said, "Okay." And I just took that role, be the photographer.
So my game was called Pin the Blow Kiss. Basically, it was just pin the tail on the donkey, but with Roger the Rabbit and some blow kisses. So, yeah, it was cool.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, it was fun.
You have fun?
Oh, hell yeah, I did.
Somewhat.
What do you mean somewhat?
During that time, I had like some troubles going on with it. Personally, because my partner kind of wasn't at the stall at the time, like always there. So I had to be. But we cooperated. We got it done. It
It's also hard because it's like hard setting up. Like
Definitely.
Yeah.
It took us a while to set up.
It took us a while, even before we completed. Like we were running around before we even set it up inside of the gym.
We even had some minor setbacks with a few of the props.
Oh, yeah, we had to spend like almost three entire class periods to get everything set up for that day.
And our lunchtime.
And our lunchtime.
And didn't you get in trouble for like not checking in with your teachers or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I mean, they understood, but it's just we didn't tell them. They were
communication?
like, yeah.
Yeah, it was a communication issue because everything was like off schedule and everything. So
Yeah, it was unexpected. We didn't know what was gonna happen like that.
Definitely.
yeah, there was a lot of setbacks.
And y'all part of the leadership class, right?
Yeah,
all
we're part of
three
the
of us.
leadership class. Yeah.
Is this your first time organizing an event?
Not at all.
No.
We've done the dance, and we've also done a second festival for Halloween, I believe.
Mm-hmm. The Harvest Festival, yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing. This is not our first rodeo, but it is kind of difficult still to this day.
Agreed.
I feel like this one's easily maybe like the biggest one that we did.
Mm-hmm.
Or the second biggest. So yeah, it was hard.
Oh yeah.
What was like a behind the scenes story that you want to talk about? Like funny, maybe some like balloon pop in somebody's face.
Oh,
Oh,
that
we
actually
have a
happened.
few. So, like I was explaining the setback that we had, someone actually broke a pole from an arch for the balloons that we had.
Yeah,
It completely shattered. Yeah, it completely shattered, and so we had to find like some other way to replace it. And it took us a while to do so. In the end, we just gave up on the arch and just had the two balloons standing.
Oh yeah, and especially with setting up the balloons, everything was popping. We had the balloon on the ground, like people make way. Everyone was just stomping, pop, and everyone at lunch was like scared, like don't worry, it's not gunshots or nothing, it's just balloons going
Yeah.
off.
In the little hallway?
Yeah.
And then putting the pieces of the little rolls of paper on the wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Red
that.
paper?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
That
was
was
such a hassle.
It was a pain.
We had, I think, like
Put
5
it up.
people working on one paper at
Yeah,
once.
Yep.
just
And,
like,
like, one
even
wall.
putting up like 10 foot of like paper, it was like hard.
And it kept falling off and went to tape, and then it wouldn't tape to the wall. We're just like,
Not only that, they chose blue tape for red papers, and it looked.
And that paper's heavy, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, that paper's heavy, and we tried. The hardest one was the brick wall.
Oh,
'cause
yeah.
You know how nothing
Definitely.
sticks on
Yeah,
brick.
yeah.
Mhm.
Exactly. That was like such a pain.
oh yeah, it was. So we decided to just take it off at that point. We're just like, let's just take it off.
Mhm.
Did you try the tacos?
The tacos, yes, I did actually. I ended up getting them late, but They're pretty good.
You tried the tacos?
Yeah, I was pretty solid with that. I just wish I had more salsa in it. I needed more of a punch to it.
It was my first time trying a taco, but yeah, it was nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean your first time trying that? You've never had a taco before?
Nah,
Never in his life.
never.
You've never had a taco in your life, bro.
Before that, nah, never.
And what was your first experience eating a taco?
It was good.
Just good?
Just
Yeah,
good?
it was good. Yeah.
That's it?
Hey, y'all tried the taco? Oscar, you tried the taco? You didn't try the tacos?
Hell no.
What about you, Alexis? You tried the taco? Yeah.
They ended
They
up
were-
running out of one of the meats. I think they ran out of asada.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
everyone was choosing asada, so it made sense.
Yeah, but they were kind of smaller than I expected. But
I mean,
it was good.
I guess that's how they made the tortillas. If not, then there's some that make bigger ones or like smaller
Yeah, I know,
ones.
but we have like something similar in our culture. Like my culture, we have like it's like a tortilla but like big.
Ah.
So
okay.
I'm always used to that. It was like then I just find this. And I'm
What
like,
culture is that?
I'm South Asian.
Alright. And what you said? It's like a tortilla. What do you call it in your culture?
It's something. It's a farota. It's called a farota.
Farota.
And then we also have something called naan bread.
No, I love naan bread.
Naan bread?
Yeah.
I've never tried it.
It's
We're gonna need to start a potluck or something.
Yeah.
You know, we're expanding diversity.
yeah.
Yeah.
Never- not everybody here is Latino. Just remember that. Not everybody here is
Yeah.
Latino.
Yep.
That 1% Asian is me.
Alright.
0.1%, that's me.
So y'all had events last year, right? You say you organized events last year. I'm talking about like from August 2022
Yeah.
to now, right?
Yeah.
Where do y'all prefer to have the events, in the parking lot or in the gym? We'll start with you.
depends.
For let's say music purposes, the gym, because it's more louder, everyone can hear the sound. But more space, I would say the parking lot. It's more spacious. You can get a lot of more stuff going on, have more space with your games. That's what I think.
For
First-
me, oh, my bad.
No,
Can I
you can go.
All right, for me, I'd say I have to deal with the gym because you know when we're trying to set up outside, there's always wind or like something's falling over.
Cars?
Yeah.
Cars,
too.
People in
that
the way, like, what is
people in-
that? We're like, God, just let him wait. Just wait. Just wait.
Just don't question it. We're trying to do our work, you know. And,
Yeah.
and then the wind is like knocking over the balloons
Oh,
and
yeah.
everything. I don't like that. I like the gym better.
Oh, and if we don't have like those certain way to hold it down, we have to go back to the school, grab it. And we're like, this is just a hassle.
And then carrying the tables from the parking lot.
Oh,
there,
yeah. It was just it's a hassle.
What
Yeah.
about you?
I would say the gym as well. The only issue that I would have with the gym is probably the AC because there's so many people in there. It just gets suffocating sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
But besides that, I agree with Ibrahim. Like the weather outside is really not it sometimes.
Sometimes either too cold or is it too hot, and we're like,
Mhm.
dang, we can't really have a safe ground of it being cool or a little humid.
Yeah, but at the end of it, we always like even at the end of the like events and stuff. I think you remember we used to like just play football or just like throw a
Yeah,
football
like-
back and forth.
yeah.
Yeah, that's fun. We can't really do that in the gym, but
But yeah,
It has its pros and its cons.
Definitely.
yeah,
it
both
for sure
have.
does.
Yeah, both of them do.
Mhm.
Being on this side of the table, I think I'd prefer to do it in the gym, just for the simple fact that like, I think as a marketing person, right? And I think
Yeah.
about the future,
Mhm.
and we capture the pictures, we capture the footage. When you're in the parking lot, like the way they set up the events is like it's curved,
Yeah.
right? So like all the students, they start at one side of the parking lot and they end, and once they end, like they get to go home.
Mhm.
And the gym is a little different because everybody is like inside.
Mhm.
So when you start thinking about it as like picture, video purposes, it looks way more packed than what it might actually be. You know,
Yeah.
we gotta be realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
um,
It makes it seem like they missed
Yeah.
out on something.
yeah, it
Mhm.
makes it
Yeah.
seem like people missed out.
Yeah.
And as somebody as like a marketing person, I think about it, it's like it's a good recruitment tactic because now next time they're like, hey, remember Bunche of Love how packed it was?
Mhm.
Let's go to this next one.
Yeah.
And so that's how you build that momentum going on to the next event.
Yeah.
And I don't know when the next event is, but hopefully the next event does happen in the gym.
Yeah.
And also, I like the gym is because it's easier to spread the tables apart.
Oh, yeah.
at stations.
Definitely, I agree.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Because this
Just-
one, when you're in the parking lot, it just feels like
And
you're
then the
going
cars
one by
just-
one by one.
Not
Then
only
you
that,
gotta-
you need to try to fill up the space as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But this one is like, it's cool because you're limited space, so you're able to get creative in terms of the stations. I know you were doing the picture
Yeah.
in one spot. I had my screen displaying the videos that we were doing that we did in the past.
Yeah.
I saw your station. I didn't get to see your station,
I was all the way in the front.
but it was just like cool, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did y'all think about having those CBOs present, those community-based organizations, like a place called home, All People's? Has this ever happened before?
No, I don't think so. In the past, the Harvest Festival, we didn't have that going on.
No.
We just had ARC and then the other clubs.
Yeah, it was on not on COD, but like we didn't even know about it until the day of. We're like, oh, and we're like, okay, that's kind of cool. But, like, we have more, so it seems more packed, more people there.
Exactly. And then it just like, I don't know. It gives like, for me, I saw it as like kind of useful because there's a lot of students here that want to do their service hours, but they're too lazy to actually go out and do their service hours.
Yeah.
So they go to the Bunche of Love Festival to try to get the free food or something. And then they see the table and they're like, oh, why not? You know, might as well just do
It's a
it.
great
'Cause it's like right here.
It's a great opportunity just to talk to people too and learn about new stuff that you probably never even heard about that's going on.
And you as the Martian Crew last year, my biggest like point, because every year I make a point. I teach you one thing. Last year was about relationships, right? You build relationships with people. You shake people's hands. You
Yeah.
get people's business cards, because the person you meet today might change your life tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
And that's my biggest, like one of the biggest tips that I have for high school students, whether you're in 9th grade or a senior. Maybe as a senior, it might be more important because you're focusing on your after high school life, you know,
Yeah.
college, jobs, careers, whatever. But shake hands with as many people as you can, because that person might give you a job 10 years from now.
Oh,
That
yeah.
person might give you a job 5 years from now. You might get this person's contact information, and you don't want to go to college, and they'll give you an internship right off the jump, right out of high school
Definitely,
for
that can
6
be an
months.
option.
And the next thing you know, you're 21 years old, balling out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Right? So that's cool. You know that those opportunities. I thought it was cool because it allows students to meet people outside of art,
Yeah.
outside of ARB.
Yeah.
And if you're watching this, if we have events like this, just show up, because you might meet a person that's gonna change your life.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna push to keep having those CVOs present at future events. It's cool. You know, it does give, you know, we do lose the space, but it's
Yeah.
for a good purpose.
Yeah.
For a good, you know?
It gives students more opportunity to be out there about the community. 'Cause a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
can
people,
learn more.
They don't know about what's going on, and with these people coming in, it gives them more of ideas saying, "Oh,
Oh,
there's more
they-
going on."
Yeah, there's more to this community than I thought. You know?
Yeah.
it's
People
not-
only see like the tip of the iceberg, but
Yeah,
with these communities, you can see like, oh, people are actually trying to
fix
make it.
Yeah, instead of it being like
And-
a lost cause.
And students actually want to participate and like change something. They actually have the opportunity to.
Yeah, feeling in tune with your own community is dope. You know, it takes
Definitely.
it takes you take things into perspective, especially when you grow up in the hood, like in South Central.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up here, so I understand. Like I've seen it change over
Yeah.
the years, right? And I had the opportunity in high school to be able to go into the real world during high school hours, right? We were able to go do internships. We were able to go do shadow days, interviews during class time. Every Tuesday and Thursday, we were allowed to leave early. And so a lot of these organizations I was able to go visit myself, because I was, you know, involved in like trying to help the community. Not in really volunteer, but I was able to go to these businesses, and I seen them. I never met those people, but I remember those businesses themselves. And 10 years ago, they might have been different, but I was like, I remember when I went there when I was in high school. And I don't have that same opportunity.
No.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like, get to meet these people, get their business cards, get their Instagram, follow
better.
them on LinkedIn or whatever. I don't know what y'all use nowadays.
Yeah.
And just connect. You feel me? Because
Yeah.
you gotta have plan A, plan B, plan C, and plan D once you're out of high
Oh
school.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're not gonna get into it today.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
yeah.
I don't want to get into the whole like political, like educational stuff into that. But one last thing about Bunche of Love, right? And leadership, and this because this is gonna be on YouTube. And the reason why we started the podcast is we want to make the podcast. Yeah, we're having fun and we get to interview you guys as students, but I also wanted to be used as a resource, so
Yeah.
y'all could tell your stories that could be used as a resource for a year from now, 2 years from now. Oh, I remember when Nathan was talking about Bunche of Love, and
Yeah.
he said maybe in the gym, because maybe 2 years from now they will not have the gym, and a student might watch this podcast like, oh, they were talking about the gym was better than the parking lot. Let's try to get the gym, as a resource. So my question, and we'll start with you. What is one piece of advice you have for the next generation of ARB leaders, like the leadership class, because they're going to be responsible for Bunche of Love, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is one big piece of advice you have for the next generation?
Make sure to stay informed about everything that the group is doing, because sometimes it can be a bit complicated depending on what group is doing what. Like, I struggle to find information on what group is doing something else. That way I can do something else that's different. That's one major thing that I would say. Like, communication is very much a key point.
And I'll have character to it. Don't try to
Definitely.
don't be like a simple, okay, you do that game, I'll do something like that, but different touch. No, be unique, be creative. Because
Yes.
we don't want to have an event that's just seemed like the same thing repeated. We wanted to mix it up. Yeah, you can copy our game, at least do something different with it. We
Definitely.
want character. We don't want people to be all the same.
One piece of advice that I have, and just not for like leadership, just for like everybody in general, don't let your work pile on, you know? Just like if you have something, get it over with. Because I learned this the hard way, because I did this so many times. I procrastinated so hard, and then I have to do it later, and I don't really want to do it. It's better to get it out of the way first, and then you could chill later.
Especially in leadership.
Especially in leadership, because
Leadership is one of
you're
the
like the
classes.
face of the school in a way, I guess. Not really, but you're like the face of the student body.
Yeah.
So just like get your work over with, try to be creative, try to have relationships with like all of the people in there, you know, be on good terms with everyone, and you should be fine.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, procrastination. Because ARB leadership is supposed to be the fun class, right?
Yeah.
I guess, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
quote unquote. That's what they market it as, right? It's
Yeah.
a fun class, right?
Yeah.
But when you have to do an essay for this class
Oh,
and the test
God.
for this class, like get that over with, because you
Oh,
want to be
yeah.
able to have fun now.
Later, yeah.
You know, like I'm pretty sure there's other students in your class that are probably stressing out about another
Oh yeah.
test.
Definitely.
And this is where the collaborative thing comes in, and that's one thing is like I want to also preach is collaborative communication with each other is important, because if somebody is struggling with one test, right, or they're struggling with an essay, instead of, you know, maybe not helping them out with their academics, maybe take out some of the load or the pressure of their like responsibility at an event.
Yeah.
Oh, you can't finish the banner? Well, I finished my thing. Focus on your test. I'll help
Yeah.
you do the banner.
Definitely.
Exactly. Yeah, that happens a lot because
Teamwork.
exactly you're part of the team,
Yeah.
especially for like the new what's it called leadership team when they come in. Just like remember that you're just a part of the team. You have to do your bit.
Yeah.
If you don't,
Definitely.
then somebody else is gonna have to do it, and they're gonna be annoyed by you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't be that person.
Don't be a solo person.
Yeah.
You have to work together. If you don't work together, then the class falls apart. Basically, like if you're good in a class, you don't like that person, nothing's gonna work out.
Just
Nothing.
do it for the grade.
Exactly.
Do it for the grade. Do it for the sake of your own good, and you know just so you're not pissed off later. You know.
Yeah.
Not only that, just like try to work together. It doesn't really hurt if you work together, because
Yeah.
you're just helping
And-
yourself and the other people at the end.
And remember, this is class. Like, there's a lot of people that would prefer to have this class that were the leadership class
Definitely.
over something else. Cause
Yeah.
I'd rather do that than just be in a class just typing an essay. You know?
Oh yeah.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like rewarding at the same time, but it's like a little bit of
Yeah.
hard work you need to put into it, but
Yeah.
it's rewarding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that y'all nailed that in the I don't know even know what the saying is, but y'all know what I'm trying to say, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You hit it in the nail or whatever.
Yeah.
Hit the nail in the coffin.
Whatever that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought it was hit the nail on the head, but
It's
Something
something,
like-
something like
Yeah,
that.
just
we
something
started
similar.
we're starting our new trend. We're just gonna say we hit the nail, bro.
yeah.
No.
We hit the nail.
Yeah.
All right. Enough for the event planning. Let's get into some more personal stuff. This is
All right.
you know, this is where the podcast is mainly focused on. So we're gonna start with you. What has like if you could summarize your high school experience up to now? I know you still have a couple more months left, right? Your
Yeah.
senior?
We're all
You're all
seniors, yeah.
seniors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how would you describe your experience? And have you been at ARB your whole time in high school, or did you transfer, or how? Talk a little bit about it.
I've been here for all 4 years. Obviously, during COVID, it was kind of a struggle because I think I ended up failing a class, so I had to take Apex for it. But I managed to complete it. If I had to summarize like my whole high school experience, I would say it was good, but like stressful at times. It's basically like a balance of both, I would say.
For me, it was, I'm using a word, but it was extraordinary. It was a mixture of just good, bad, amazing, horrible. It was
Exactly.
a real roller coaster, but I had
Definitely.
fun with it. It was not something
Yeah.
I'm like saying, I don't regret it. I'm saying, I had a good time with my friends. I could go back 5 years later and just say, I remember when Oddet and Ibrahim with Omar sitting doing a podcast. They're like,
Definitely.
And it's gonna be on YouTube.
exactly.
There's proof it happened, baby.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like it feels good saying like I made memories. I didn't waste my
Definitely.
life
Yeah.
not doing school, this and that. Like I want to have a good time. So in the future, I could say, remember guys when we did this? It's fun. It has been real fun.
I would say I can't really find like a word for it. It's like, I guess you could say it's just like a regular high school experience. What he says is just like a mixture of everything: good, bad, ugly, pretty. You know, it's like there's a lot of parts that I enjoyed, and there's like a lot of parts that I wish didn't happen. Like, I'm not saying like nothing bad ever happened to me, like nothing like that. But it's just like school. Nobody really like.
It really is. It is what it is.
It is what it is. You're just like forced to come here. I'm not the study type of person, but I just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You may not be the study person, but you can still have a
God.
good time regardless.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just get your work out of the way.
Just adding on to what Nathan said, just don't be afraid to make memories. At the end of the day, it's your high school experience. Don't be afraid to make them.
Especially because there's like a pressure. I think Nathan, he turned 18 recently, right?
I'm about to.
Yeah, he's about to. So
in 2 days.
So basically, yeah, this is like your last 4 years of like true actual freedom before you head out into the real,
Trust
real.
me,
Yeah.
it doesn't hit you until later on. You
Yeah,
start feeling
exactly.
it later
Yeah, I'm
on.
feeling it right now, and I haven't
Yeah.
even graduated.
Yeah.
So-
People are like, I want to get out of high school. You really
so
don't
do
want
things
to.
that-
It comes too soon, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Coming
so
back.
It
Yeah.
does.
Fast,
It really
too
does.
fast.
do things that you won't regret later.
Exactly. Like, something that you say, like, I will remember this for my whole lifetime. Not something I'm just saying, I slipped. No. Something you're like, this might be a core memory for me in high school.
Even outside of high school, if you want to do like something like fun and stupid with your friends, just make sure it's not stupid, but like,
Yeah.
but do it. You're gonna remember.
We talking.
But just basically to a certain limit where everyone can say, I remember that. I remember when you did this. It was fun.
Yeah,
It was fun.
you're gonna be laughing. Like, make memories that that you're gonna laugh about like in 10 years from now if you meet up with a friend.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah.
afraid to live life.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
exactly.
and don't really let people bring you down. It's your
Especially,
life.
exactly.
Yeah.
One thing for high school, it's your life. They're not controlling you. You have to live it the way you want it.
At
And
the end of
another-
the day, I don't think people remember whatever happened in
Exactly.
college.
Yeah. So once you're like, act how you want, I guess, but just don't be like,
Just don't be mean to people, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't be a
just-
jerk. Don't
Yeah,
be.
don't be a
definitely.
jerk. But
I mean, I wouldn't use those words, right? But yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we
Just
want
don't be
to.
rude. Just don't be
Just don't
rude.
be
Yeah,
rude.
because let's be honest, people aren't gonna remember you after high school. Like a good
Yeah.
like 95% of the people that didn't know you, they're just gonna forget about you.
Yeah.
So just like do things that you like want to do. Don't worry about being embarrassed. Nobody's gonna remember it later.
Exactly. Like, basically, be out there, because at the end of the day, some people, it might be a core memory for them, or it might be just a little faded memory. Either
And-
way, you made something.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, I'm gonna add on to this, right? And this is gonna sound a little sad. So my high school closed down years ago, right? Yeah, we had a lot of fun, right? But we didn't have a YouTube channel, right? Most of my memories with my peoples, right, with my homies, my homegirls, like happened outside of school. Like we were doing stupid stuff. But a lot of my memories also happened during like my internship hours. But that didn't happen in school.
Yeah.
A lot of my high school memories they're just faded now. They're like in the back of my subconscious memory somewhere. Like, yeah, I'll bring up some here and there, but most of my biggest memories in high school happened outside of the door.
But they happen because of high school.
Yeah, but it's just like I look at y'all and I look at the school and there's so much potential
Definitely.
for like for more school spirit. I don't want to throw school under the bus,
Of course.
but I feel like the school could benefit from more students with that mentality. Like, let's build memories here. We're here now. Let's have as much fun as we can here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's also a tight knit community because
Yeah.
a lot of the people that
Definitely.
went down there, they come up here.
Yeah.
So it's like so it's like people know each other. Basically, like if you talk to enough people, you'll know everybody in the school.
Exactly. That's the perk of having a small school. You connected more to people than
Yeah,
actually
you could
think.
get closer to people on like a personal level,
Not
and it's
only
easier
that,
to
I'm
make
pretty
friends.
sure everyone in our grade level knows each other to some degree at least. Like
Yeah.
we've
Yeah,
heard of
or
each other, we know each other.
Or had at least like one conversation. You
yeah,
know,
interaction at least.
Yeah.
Or even had a class with them.
Like, I'm gonna throw y'all out. Like, my high school was 130 kids that I'm on the perfect attendance day.
What?
Oh.
130 students.
My graduating class was 21. 13 of us
Oh,
walked.
oh.
13 of us walked.
Damn.
Wow.
13 of us walked, bro. My GPA was a 3.3 and I was second in my class.
What?
Oh wow.
Damn.
That's
So when I hear kids complain, I was like, oh, the school's too small. I'm like, nah.
You don't know small.
You don't know small. Dog, like at the end, like my senior year, like, and then the last couple years of the school, we were in downtown. We were in a building, like a high-rise building.
Yeah.
Our main entrance was an emergency exit for that building, bro.
Oh.
School was 2 floors. And it wasn't a school. Like, it was like, they had bookshelves up for like the computer lab. And it was like a bunch of old computers. There was classrooms, right? But it wasn't a school.
Yeah.
I see.
So like, I understand when a school doesn't have school spirit.
Yeah.
I've seen it before. I lived it. So here now is also one of the reasons why we started the podcast, why we started the vlogs. We want kids to be able to leave and have that alumni pride. Like, yeah, I was there, and there's proof I was there. Right? I want y'all to be 10 years from now. It's like, damn, that was me in high school.
Yeah.
ARB, I wonder what ARB's up to.
Yeah.
Right? You know, like a year from now, you know, y'all go to college or you go to your job, and you know, you want to reminisce a little bit, pull up the YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But I don't have that opportunity to do that. You feel me? So take advantage and use these last couple of months to make way more memories. For you, your life's gonna change because you're turning 18. I don't know when you're turning 18, but once you turn 18, things change, bro.
It's gonna hit. It's gonna hit like a truck.
And we can have conversations about this off camera or whatever. But yeah, time flies. Time flies. When you're here 8 hours a day, and all you know is school. Once you step out of the doors and graduation day, you're gonna wake up the next day. You're like, what now?
Yeah.
That's I guess one of my biggest fears. Like, I get to high school and I'm just like, I'm not gonna see them how I always do. Like, I always, every night I'm like, damn, I'm getting closer to the graduation day. What's gonna happen after? I want to stay close with them, but of course I can't have them all together. They need to live their lives. That's why my motto is basically just make the best of it, no matter what. Even if it's a small little moment, like this conversation, for some people it might be a small thing. For us, it might be
Huge, definitely.
Yeah, because
Even like,
we're not gonna have all the leadership kids available for the podcast. So if you really think about it, you're representing the leadership class.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
definitely.
I'm pretty sure we're saying what they would also say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is how like the entire leadership class feels.
Yeah, it's in leadership we noticed like high school is a real trip and it's more memories than we actually really thought it was.
Yeah, it's like an iceberg. It's like people will say like, oh, here's the iceberg, but the rest of the iceberg is just you have to dive deep to get the entire thing.
Yeah, to see the full picture of it all. And we at leadership we get to see it all and we're like, wow, we could try to make a difference now. We could make the memories for either us or for other people. I guess that's our goal for leadership. Make memories for everyone.
Yeah. Or just like, you know, how do I say it? Leave our mark.
Yeah.
Leave our mark in the school, you know?
Yeah.
And
like
hopefully it can inspire others to make their mark as well.
Yeah.
What is like, alright, y'all gave some advice for events, right?
Yeah.
What is one piece of advice you would have for kids, even if they're not in leadership? Like just kids in general, like juniors, right? Juniors who are gonna be seniors next year, sophomores. You know, they're gonna be there soon.
Yeah.
Right? Freshmen, they're gonna be there in a couple years. Like, what is one piece of advice just in general for like how to manage high school?
Yeah.
Because it's not all fun and games. You know?
No,
not
it's
all
not.
fun and
Yeah.
games.
not all.
There's sometimes some kids go through a lot of downs. You know.
Yeah.
So what is like the biggest piece of advice you have for? Oh, I don't know if y'all struggle, right? So let's get some like piece of advice for kids that are struggling, and piece of advice for kids who are having a good time. We'll start with you.
Well, for a piece of advice for kids who are having a good time, I would just be like, continue doing that. Like, again, at the end of the day, it's your high school experience. So just live it the best you can with your friends, your family, with anyone really. And for kids that are struggling, there's help for you here at ARB. So if you need help, you can talk to the teachers. The teachers are very welcoming. And the students are as well if you get to know them well.
ARC,
definitely.
Yeah.
It has so many
shout out
clubs.
the homies, you know.
It has many clubs that you can do and also like other opportunities. So if you're struggling, don't be afraid to like just tell an administrator or teacher. Yeah. I think it's helping you.
For me, for people who are having a good time is keep going with it. Also, don't let yourself be the only one. Bring people with you. Make more core memories than you can ever imagine. You never know that a simple saying, hey, you want to go hang out, can change someone's life and perspective. And for the people that are struggling, keep pushing. Find something small that can make you happy and make it something a lifetime. Like my life motto, Sic Parvis Magna, greatness from small beginnings. One small thing can lead to greatness that you will never probably see in millions of years. just find something, find someone, and make it the best you can.
All right. So what I have for like piece of advice for like students that are having a good time, I would say, yeah, continue to have your good times, but just remember, you never know when things could change. So like, it's not always sunshines and rainbows. You gotta stay in the real, in real life. You know, it's not gonna be all happy days. You know, and for the people that are struggling, I would say if you're having bad days, there's always gonna be like ups and downs. You know, you're gonna see a good day eventually. If you keep on saying, "Oh no, I'm never gonna see a good day," it's never gonna happen. You know, if you keep on like thriving and try to like, I guess you could say, you want it really bad, and then it's gonna happen. But yeah, struggling as in how, like, just like everything.
Grades, personal, anything, bro.
Grades, I would say just stay on top of your work. The work here, trust me, is like easier than like the schools in the local area.
Yeah.
Like
it still may be a drag, but it's.
And for the people that say that high school is hard, trust me, like 92% of the country, they graduated, you know?
Yeah.
If 92% of people could do it, you could do it too, you know?
And even if you don't like school, high school degree is like the minimum you need now for a job. So you should be good after high school.
Yeah, and you shouldn't be working at McDonald's, bro. Even then, they try to look for people that are trying to get their degree, like a high school degree, diploma, or anything close to it.
You're not limited. You have more resources. We have more resources now than we had years ago.
And hopefully later on, we have more.
Exactly. So you're not really alone, or you can't be stressed the whole time.
Exactly, you're not alone. So just remember, even if you are struggling, you're not the only one that's going to be struggling.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the end result is always available. It's not impossible.
Yeah.
Nobody says it's going to be easy, but it's not going to be impossible, you know?
That's true.
Yeah, you gotta have a bad day to have the good days after. Ride the storm.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna ask one final question. And it's gonna be different for all of you. Okay, I'm gonna start with you, bro. How has it been being like are you Latino first of all?
No.
Or how does it feel to be a non-Latino student at a predominantly Latino school?
Yeah. Never thought of
Because
that.
this is important, bro. Because you know this is South Central. Yeah, this part of the area is mostly Latino, but the school has its pockets of non-Latino students.
Yeah.
Right, and I want you to use your experience as like as an experience that other kids could use, right? Non-Latino students could use. Maybe I could learn from him. So what has been your experience? You can be real honest right here, bro.
All right. So what I've experienced over my years, just like even downstairs and over here, is like I've faced racism. Like I've seen it, you know? At this point, I'm just used to it, you know? So like even if you are, yeah, at this
Funny,
point,
but it's sad.
yeah, it's funny. I kind of find the jokes funny, but like after a while, just like, you know.
I mean, I'm not saying the jokes are funny.
No,
I'm
it's not.
Like, you're just like you're brushing it off like it's nothing. Bro.
Yeah,
It's
it's
sad
racism.
because
Yeah, but to be honest, you're gonna face racism everywhere. Doesn't matter if you're white, black, I don't know, yellow, brown,
anybody in between, bro.
anybody in between. Like you're gonna face racism everywhere you go.
Oh, yeah.
Depending, no matter the race, like you're gonna face it.
The
But
worst thing you've heard. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
nah, I'm playing. I was about to say it right now too.
No.
Oh god.
But well, the thing I just like kept in mind over the years, like it's a predominantly Latino school, and I'm not Latino, but I just remembered, oh, these are minorities like me too. So it's like, yeah. So
It's a lot of similarities.
yeah, yeah, we have similarities, but a lot of people don't see it. Like we're both like,
Yeah, both in the same boat, but just a little on the different sides.
no, we're both in the water, but just like different boats, you know.
Or that.
You could say that, but
Do you feel like you've helped your friends become more accepting of Southeast? What is it, South Asian?
yeah, South Asian. I'm South Asian.
Culture.
I don't know. Would y'all say?
Like, have y'all gone out with my boy right here to go try his cultural food?
No,
Nah,
but
I'ma
I
bring
really
some
want
food.
to.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring some.
But
soon.
I've tried it, but like not from him. But I tried the culture of the food.
Yeah, but I would say like I'm probably like the only like Muslim or like South Asian that my friends know. I'm like the only one. Like I stand out to them of that.
And which is cool actually, because you tell us stuff that we never even thought
Yeah, it's
would
like-
actually happen.
Not only
it's
that, he
cool.
also teaches about his like language as well,
Exactly.
like
We're
different languages you
shocked.
can speak.
Yeah.
We're surprised. We're like, whoa, I want to learn more about you.
Yeah.
Every was like, hey, say something in your language.
Yeah.
It kind of gets annoying sometimes. Like, oh, say this, say
Hey,
that.
be real, bro. Be real. You let
Yeah.
everybody know, homie.
Yeah, it gets annoying sometimes. Like, imagine you at a white school and they're asking you constantly to speak Spanish or something.
Oh, I know, dog. I've been through that. I've been through that, dog.
Yeah.
I went to school in Ohio, man.
Oh.
Put that on camera, man. And my homies gonna be like, "Hey, Omar, I didn't know you felt like that." Yeah. It's cool though. You know, the reason I bring that up is because there's gonna be some kids who are gonna think of you, right, when they're go into the real world and they're gonna interact with another Muslim, another South Asian person, and sometimes when you don't deal with a certain like a different group of people,
you're gonna be
when
alienated.
you first interact with them, you don't know how to act.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you
so,
can just.
so you being here is a blessing for some of your friends because
Yeah.
now every time it's like, if I'm racist to him, like I wonder how Ibrahim's family is gonna feel if they hear me say this. I wonder how he's gonna feel. Like,
Exactly.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're a blessing in disguise here.
Yeah,
you really are to us.
Well, I would say also like even like for all the few black students here too, like you're gonna face racism, just like accept it. I faced it too.
Bro said accepted.
Yeah, I accepted it. It's
but
it's gonna happen either way, you know.
I think
My-
the
All
term.
right, I was explaining it. Like, what would you change, bro? Like, you know, what would you add to the school that would make sure that kids don't go through that? Because some kids might not deal it in
There's
a
nothing.
humor way, you know.
yeah.
There's things that you can't really change. No matter how involved the school gets, you're still not gonna change like somebody's mind, like you know how they actually feel, or even if they say something behind your back, or you just hear it in class, they just say it to you. The teacher might not hear. It's gonna happen like that, you know. Just like accept it, just go with it. I mean, at the end of the day, you can't really change your race or anything like that. You
Yeah.
can't change what's in your blood. You can't change how you look, you know. So might as well just like go with it. Accept it, yeah.
Yeah.
Accept it. They're gonna get their fair share one day too. So, yeah,
Karma.
That's
it's
their
karma.
wow,
What
karma.
goes,
They're
yeah,
gonna get
what-
their first share one day. Karma.
Yep, karma.
what goes around comes around. It's gonna happen to
Yeah.
them one day
Bites
as well.
both
And they're gonna,
ways.
yeah, and then they're gonna feel the same way, and they're gonna be like, oh, I did this back in high school. I had it coming,
Yeah.
or something like that. You know, eventually.
Would you recommend this school to another Muslim kid? Based
Would
off
I?
of your experience?
I would say with the tight knit community and just like the small body of students, I wouldn't say no to the school, but I wouldn't also. If you feel like you want to be a part of like the community, you would feel like more accepted if more people from like your culture came here, like more South Asians or like Asians in general. If they came here and like you feel more comfortable around that, then go ahead, go to another school. But if you don't mind about that, just come here. There's still people. Like this is you're Mexican, right?
Yeah.
You're also Mexican, right? I still get along with them. I don't hate them. Like I talk to them like normal people, you know.
Yeah.
It's not like racism.
After a while, you forget that you're different, huh?
Not actually. People in general, like I get along with people in general from any race, any culture. It's like it's nice to meet people that are different from you.
At the end of the day, we're all just people.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
they
think
bleed.
you only ask somebody like if you're Mexican one time and then that's that. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You
just-
just become friends. And you just
Yeah.
whatever. It's beautiful.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they bleed the same as me. They breathe the same as me. They eat. They have families. You know.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that at the end of the day, nobody's invincible. Everybody is the same. Once you put it all into like a big picture.
I'm about to get fired over asking a racial question.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
cool. It's
nah,
cool.
it's
I
cool.
don't mind.
No, I just I get it because I've been to a school where like I was a minority. You feel me? My school was also predominantly Latino, so I've been on both sides. You feel me? So and then I see that there's a younger generation who there's like I said there's pockets of diversity in the school. So I want your experience to be like some kind of like a story that could be used in the future generations. You know what I'm saying? It's important.
Yeah.
It is important. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
like I said, you take it like as a like you already got used to it.
Yeah.
But some kids are they're not gonna deal with it the same way you are. But they could they could get some kind of like inspiration from you.
Yeah.
That's
At first, it definitely hurt just like hearing these things like, I can't change this. Why are they saying this about me? You know. But at the end of it, it's just like what am I gonna do? Change for them? No. I'm not even gonna remember them in a few years. So why am I changing for them? I'm gonna just
Yeah.
Who's fighting everybody?
Been a narc right here.
yeah. But I would say
Hey,
don't.
but hey, at least you're being honest, man. I thank you. Thank you for being honest. bro.
Yeah.
Because you could have just been on here like, nah, bro. Like it's been all fun and games.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
We have to expose situations.
That's
like
the
that.
thing about being a minority in general. Even for like Latino students, I have this like advice: like you can move to like a white area one day, and then you're suddenly the minority, or you can move to like a Asian community, and now you're the minority. Now you're the odd one out. So
just like
Keep that in mind, huh?
yeah, just keep that in mind. Nobody, you're different everywhere you go. People are different. You're gonna meet different people everywhere. You're gonna be different than anyone. Everybody is unique in their own way, small
even if
or
you go
big.
to Mexico, like every part of Mexico is different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and they still divide themselves.
Yeah.
You're gonna find division among humans like everywhere.
Mhm.
People are gonna find a way to divide, but
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're doing it, if you're aware of that, then you should be fine.
Yep.
Damn, beautiful answer. Beautiful answer, though. I'm gonna ask you,
Yes.
right? As the president of the art club,
Oh. Mm-hmm.
when did you join the art club, and how has your experience as being the president of the art club have like what has it been?
Oh, I joined the art club last year because last year was established, but it's been a tough ride, kind of. Not a lot of people would join the first time, so I had to make sure like advertise it, get it out there, and it was kind of hard because I wasn't a senior, so we didn't have the resources I do now. But now, since I'm a senior, we advertise the art club. We can advertise the art club. Many people join now, but they don't really necessarily do art, so I have to like make. Sometimes I have to make lessons, or sometimes I have to plan this, and sometimes I have to plan that. Even if we have a teacher at hand, it can get a little complicated on the students, since I am one of the most active members there, despite us having like a secretary, vice president, treasury, all that. I would say the only thing that I've struggled with is making assignments and making sure students participate with. And right now we're trying to plan a field trip, and that's something else we're trying to struggle with. So we also need funding. We need like buses, definitely, which I heard ARC is gonna pay for, but we need buses.
That's way above my pay grade.
But yeah, besides that, overall, I think it's pretty fun. And I would say one advantage that I like is that at the end of the year when I graduate, I'm gonna get a sash that says what is it, art club president on it. So that's the only thing that it's gonna be golden too. So yeah, so that's the thing that I'm looking forward to the most, graduating with that title as well, because I know I left my mark at least in order for someone else to follow.
Word.
Yeah, I appreciate the confidence on that one right there. Hey, so how is the art club? Like, do you just go in there and just draw? Or is there like actual stuff that you gotta follow?
Well, sometimes I have lessons planned. Other times I have to catch up on school. I have to catch up on leadership and my house as well. So I can sometimes have lesson plans. If not, Ms. Alvaran has something planned. Like for the Bunch of Love, we were supposed to draw an eye. And we were going to display them. Yeah, and it's supposed to be like, I love you, with the I instead. But we didn't end up doing it because Ms. Alvaran was absent. I needed to do my things for leadership. And then we just had no one else to coordinate. But yeah, that's about it.
I would say it's fun. Just like from the outside, I've been in there like. A few
Yeah,
times.
it's a
definitely-
lot. It's a place for a lot of people to hang
If
out.
you're an
It's a good
artist,
vibe.
if you're an artist, you could definitely connect in there. You'll find there's a lot of cool people in there. You can meet a lot of people.
It's a good vibe overall.
Yeah.
What's the best piece you've done so far?
Oh, personally, I would say. Oh, I don't know actually, because I do a lot of art pieces. I've been wanting to try realism, which I haven't done yet, but.
I'm acting like I know what you're talking about.
Realism is basically realistic drawings. Like making sure it looks exactly like the person. If you're doing a portrait, you can't mess anything up, because if you slightly mess up on the line of the nose, it no longer looks like the person. You need very good precision for that, and make sure your measurements are right.
I can
And
never do
everything.
that. I can
Like-
It's a lot of
never do
patience,
that.
but
Yeah.
personally, right now,
That
my
was the worst one in arts and crafts.
my favorite
yeah.
art piece would be a ghost face that I did. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It was on the page for a while, but it's ghost face with a whole bunch of hearts and all that stuff. I think it looked really nice. It was really simple, but I liked it.
Is this something you want to pursue after high school?
It's more like a hobby. What I want to pursue after high school is ultrasound tech. I don't know if you know what that is or not, but yeah, that's what I want to do.
But isn't that art itself? Nah,
If you say printing images on paper, then yeah, I can say it's art.
I'm just saying, like, look, if with art is like it's subjective, right?
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely,
Art is
yeah.
subjective.
You take it as it is.
Like photography is a form of art.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I know you say it's a hobby, right?
Mhm.
But I'm somebody who's like, I promote the transition of hobby into career,
Mm.
because if you love it enough for it to be a hobby, you love it enough for it to be a career.
True.
That's true.
So if that doesn't, that think about it as a plan B. I know your ultrasound tech is what you want to do,
Mm.
right? I'm just saying this from experience. I had a hobby in high school that I should have pursued. Do I regret it? No, because I pursued sociology. I rather went to college. I studied sociology for 7 years. It got me this job. It got me the ability to work in my community. So I was able to accomplish one of my dreams. Now, did I love it more than my hobby? No. I loved it. I loved studying sociology. I loved it, right? But I love my hobby more. And now I'm 28 years old, and I don't regret it, right? Because I went through a lot of fun experiences in life. But when I hear the youth talking about like, oh, I love to do this, but they don't know what they want to do after high school yet, why not pursue that hobby that you have?
Yeah.
That'd definitely be a great idea.
As an artist, you could do so many things. You could collab with clothing brands.
Oh yeah.
You could sell. I don't even understand how NFTs work, but you could do digital art. You could have your own galleries. You could do your virtual galleries. There's so many things that you could start your own clothing brand. Like there's so many avenues that you want to pursue. I know I'm over here taking over, but I just want to give you some piece of advice that maybe you want to transition from just being a hobby and take it into a career. You're the art club president. You can put that in your resume.
Yeah, I was told that.
You could put that in your resume. It could help you get into different programs outside of school.
And that can definitely like help me with like not only art but just in general.
You could get a scholarship based off your art.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. That's cool. Cause
there's a lot of art-based scholarships. You could get a scholarship based off your art. And if school is what you want to do, then do that, right? But don't just, you're so talented, like don't just brush that off and just like let it be. And I know it's a hobby and do it here once in a, but if it can help you pay the bills for college,
then why not, right?
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? What is one piece of advice though you want to leave the next art club president?
Oh, definitely don't stress about it like at all. It can be a lot of work, but it can be fun as well. Like if you get set back, don't worry. There's people there. Miss Albaran, hopefully she's the art teacher next year. She'll definitely be there to help you. Miss Albaran has definitely been one of my greatest helps throughout my years, junior and senior year.
I think the biggest resource this school has in terms of art is that whole classroom.
Yes, definitely. Miss Albaran has everything you need.
Right, you have a whole art classroom. That's crazy.
It relies on that class for anyone
that class is
art.
fun.
Even leaderships ask for like some supplies from art club.
Yeah, that class is, and Miss Albaran, she's a really
definitely
cool teacher.
She's
Like
really
she made
teacher.
art. Like even though I messed around in that class last year, that class was easily like the most fun class that I had.
Exactly, and she didn't stress us about it. She said, "Do your work the way you want to do it," and just like more saying, "Okay, I can relieve myself the way I want to do my work." It's not a strict. Like,
I would
concept.
say anything can be art as long as you have a good explanation to it. Because I have seen art pieces which is just a blank canvas and then one painted all black, and they just made a great artist statement, and it's just like worth $1,000 now, like more hundreds of thousands of dollars now, for having a blank canvas.
Artist statement. What is that?
An artist statement is an artist explaining their work. So the work they did behind it, what it means to you, or what it means to other people. That's basically what it is.
It's not only for like digital art. It goes for like anything, cinema,
Definitely.
photography. Everyone has to write a story about their piece.
And speaking of art, Nathan does photography as well, which is from art.
What? All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna end your question with this one, right? As an art person, right? What is there like a dream museum you would want to see your work at? Because I know Los Angeles has so many museums.
It has a lot of museums, but I would say the Getty Museum. I actually enjoy the Getty Museum so much. Not only for the scenery, but the pieces there and just the interactions with it. Maybe someday I might make an attractive piece and set it in there.
I'll be the one taking the picture of it too.
Thank you. Powerful art club statements. Shout out to my boy Felix in the background though.
What's up, Felix?
Yeah. Love
right.
you, buddy.
Nathan, we're gonna let you close, all right?
Oh, okay.
I know you've been
Best for
involved
last.
with a lot of things at this school,
Yeah.
right? To this day, what has been your biggest contribution to the history of ARB?
It's leadership, predominantly the news. That's where I can make my mark of who I am. I'm here in this school. I may not be the representative or the principal, but I'm here giving you guys a show, basically, of saying, this is our lives. This is me. Like me or not, I'm going to make sure you guys at least have something to be entertained. More of saying, I'm here. You may not accept me who I am, but know that I'm here to help as much as I can.
Even if you clown on him, he's still gonna enjoy it, you know.
Exactly. It's kind of like an ego. I'll be honest. These people know I have a high ego. I have a high confidence. It's kind of hard to take me down because I know I'm gonna get back again and just do something Like, I'm not gonna let something take me down and say it's gonna ruin my life. I have to push because I have to make a mark. I want to make a mark. If not in school, in someone's life, I want to make my mark and tell them that I was here for them. I'm gonna give them a show. I'm gonna make sure their lives either remember me or remember my message. That's really my motto of what I do in the school.
And are you the director or the one in charge of the ARB News?
I guess you could say he's the face of it.
Yeah,
I'm the
he's
face
the
of it.
host, main
Yeah,
host.
Both of y'all are part
yeah.
of it.
Yeah.
We my co-host, they call me the main host, but I'm just like, I'm a host. I'm just a host. I organized the way it's set up, and then everyone just followed along.
Producer.
So yeah,
Basically, yeah.
yeah.
Basically.
I would
Is
say
it-
the news has thrived a lot since he's here, basically. I think he gives a lot of the energy in it.
Yeah.
There was a point in time where he couldn't really be shown in the news, but
For
what-
Apex reasons.
yeah, but once he came back, it just was brought back to life in a way.
Yeah.
Personally, that's what I would say, because during that time I had to be the main host, and I didn't really know how to deal with it. But ever since he's been back, I would say it's been thriving.
And no hate to like the previous leadership team, but our leadership class made them look like they were amateurs. We actually like
Yeah.
have like a whole ass. My bad.
We're gonna
Yeah.
let 'em cook. We're
Yeah.
gonna let them cook. We're gonna let 'em
It's just, and we're not saying that. We're just saying we upgraded their work. We made
Work.
their work more lively.
Yeah, because the ones before like
You're throwing them under the bus.
I wouldn't say that. I would say we've took
No,
some
no, no,
ideas
let
from
us-
there.
let them-
Let them talk their
Because
smack.
it's because I don't want to seem unappreciative, but we took some of their work and just enhanced it to be our own. That's basically what it is.
Yeah, basically.
Enhanced, alright? That's the
Yeah.
No hate to them at all.
Yeah.
Use the word enhanced.
Yeah, they set the foundation, but we
humbling.
left. And this is like actually what we did as well. At the beginning of the year, we saw what they did last year. And we
Yeah.
were like, all right, how can we improve?
Exactly.
So we gotta
Yeah.
give credit to them. Like they actually, at least try to do something. But we just took that. We're like, all right, we can make this better. And then we made it better.
It's a resource, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's a
it's
resource.
definitely-
Everything is
a YouTube channel is a big resource.
Yeah.
everything is a resource depending on how you take it.
Exactly. It's not like we can look at the work and say, oh, can we do that again? No, we can't do that again or go back more. We have to keep pushing better. That's the point of leadership. We're supposed to make our school even better for each year. That's why for us, we're trying to step up the best we can. Give it
I
our
would
A game.
I would say good luck to the next leadership class.
Yes,
Because
like-
our leadership, the school news has been great. In the beginning of the year, I thought it was like the best
Yeah.
throughout the entire leadership
Yeah.
classes. No
Yeah.
offense to any other classes, but
it's
I
basically
would say ours is the
saying,
best.
saying like, on the news proportion, we amped it up. We had
definitely.
We had the use of my camera. We had segments. We had like a role that we were dedicated to and saying, let's make this a better one.
We even have a green screen for the weather.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
That can be
So you're challenging the next.
Yeah, no,
not
Yeah.
challenging, but
definitely
just
like
encouraging.
no,
Yeah.
in a way,
encouraging.
in a way, we are challenging, saying, if we let the big mark as this, leave a better one for
Yeah.
the school to be able.
Yeah, we have this here. This is a guideline. Just follow
Yeah.
this, and if there's room to improve, and this is the advice for everybody that from all walks of life, if there's room to improve wherever you are, whether it's in yourself or at work or anything like that, if there's room to improve, and just go for it.
Exactly.
Not improving is not gonna hurt you.
Like
Exactly.
like the philosophy of Kaizen, the Japanese
Even
philosophy.
trying, you get closer to your final goal. You know.
Yeah. Yeah,
And
it's
even
like
if you didn't, you still gain something along the
yeah.
way.
Definitely.
one step can make a big difference. Like with the news, we just thought of it. Honestly, at the beginning, we just say, okay,
didn't
we're
know what to
news.
do at
We,
all.
we didn't actually a lot of us didn't want to, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we were, I mean, I wanted to. I was like, I want to be the host. Everyone's like, I'm kind of shy to stand up, but I'm like, regardless.
It got easier with time.
Exactly, because we're in this class to show us. That's the purpose of that class, to show us as the student embodiment of our school. And with the news, I'm like, okay, we gotta amp it up. If no one's gonna bring the energy, I'll bring the energy. I don't want to be the star of it. Well, kind of, but it just, I want people to know that saying, they amped it up. Let's see if the other ones can amp it up. It is kind of a challenge to say, don't be less than us, be better than us.
Definitely.
Well, I got the group of kids who are gonna challenge you guys.
I hope.
Oh,
I
really?
hope.
Who? We want to talk to them. Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I
Martian
want.
Crew, baby.
That's right.
Definitely.
I want like.
You know, hey yo, we have like a invisible rivalry with like the ARB leadership news and stuff like
We
that.
didn't even
Oh,
know.
wow. We didn't even know.
Really
We weren't
finding this
aware.
out,
at
but
all.
That's what
I-
I'm saying. Like it's an invisible rivalry, right?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
when I took
Yeah.
when I was teaching them last year, we had to do the journalism stuff, right? And so we were like, "What is the ARB news? I've never seen them."
Mhm.
Boom, boom, and then around the same time, that's when we started creating the idea of the Martian Crew.
Mhm.
and the vlogs came about, and the podcast was one of those things that I brought up to them. Like, yeah, I'm down. And so they're gonna have all this equipment available for them.
That's good.
It's amazing. Yeah.
That's great.
Just to
that's
say,
great.
you want to throw down the
Yeah.
channel?
No.
I will let you know
We're
my kids
encouraging
will-
you.
my
We're
kids
encouraging
will got it on lock.
And if
We're encouraging you. So
Mm-hmm.
we're not even gonna remember this. We actually, the entirety of the leadership class, we want like the next body of students to come into leadership. We want them to improve on what we did. If they could do phenomenal work and they could do like edits that we like,
never
Then
could
go
think of,
for it.
go
Do
for it. Just do it. Just like put passion into it. Put
Exactly.
passion.
Definitely. Don't
if
be
you
afraid
put
to be
passion into
yourself.
everything, then everything you do, you will be satisfied with.
Exactly. And the best part of leadership is with other clubs, they can talk to us and we could do our best to promote them. Like with you guys, if you guys want to like show us a clip of this podcast or the news, we could do it to promote
Promotion.
you guys. Because our job is not to only promote ourselves, it's to promote everything in our school. That's why we try to do our best to talk with our sorts of groups saying, come in, talk to us. We want to do something, we can fit it in there and make sure you are heard. You're not under the bus.
Definitely.
That's the purpose of leadership, I guess.
Yeah.
Everyone's involved.
Then you should be a resource
ARB
too.
News, right?
Yeah.
That's
ARB.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Everything that goes on.
Everything from student interviews to the sporting events and stuff like that, and the host, the weather, everything. Put passion into it. Just
Yeah.
like,
Definitely.
what we did, we want y'all to do better.
Exactly. We left the mark. Hopefully, you guys can carry the throne and make it even better. So it is, in a way, a challenge, but also a way to motivate you, do better. Because that's the purpose of leadership. Be better.
At the end of the day,
go ahead.
sorry. At the end of the day, I think I very much appreciate the leadership class
Oh,
because
yeah.
we've gotten less camera shy. We also gotten like more out there.
All thanks to me.
And also-
pushing motivation.
And also, like a lot of the classes, like
Okay, you're
we're
not that
closer
guy.
together now. Like a lot of the class, like
That's good. Yeah.
you develop
That's
friends.
that
And,
bond, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
In the beginning, we're all just like, why are these people here? I don't know that person. I'm not really cool with them. But then once it progresses, you're just like, oh, hey, you got that paper right there? You got the segment? Okay, let's do this.
Yeah,
And you
'cause-
just
yeah,
interlink.
teamwork definitely is
because
that part.
throughout the day, even I don't have AP, but I would say like leadership is definitely like if you have leadership that day, it's gonna be the highlight of the day.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. I have
Yeah.
2 AP classes, and leadership is basically the highlight of every
Exactly.
Yeah,
every week.
exactly.
No
It's
hate right
important,
there.
I'm
No
kidding.
hate there. But it's just basically saying it's the fun class that even with the people you're not familiar with, you connect in some way. You don't even know it. You just start working. You're like, oh, well then help me out here. I help you. It's just a way of just saying we can bond without even knowing we actually bonded.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like after a while, you don't even realize that you're just friends with this person. But you won't call each other
Exactly.
friends, but you are friends.
Yeah. It's like a subconscious thing. You're just like, oh, well, cool.
You say you want to do photography, right?
Well, yes, that's a hobby, but my main goal is film.
How has being a part of the? I think you probably covered it, but how has it being in the ARB News and just working around that? What is like the biggest thing that you've learned that could help you in that field?
Is that not everyone is confident with the camera facing them. And I learned it. I'm like, okay, then if that's the case, if I'm gonna go to pursue a career that people have to be shown in the camera, I have to know if they're comfortable with the way I am, with my styling. I don't want to say push the camera in their face and let them talk. No, if they're a little shy, we'll figure a way out.
Improvise.
It's more of saying the picture is there. You're gonna be in the picture, but it's not gonna be. I'm not gonna say you have to do this way. We'll work together and we'll show the world you, and they'll see my work. That's what I want to do. It's more of a know the person, how they feel, because in film and photography, if the person's not comfortable with the way they like it, your artwork will be nothing. You have to make sure they're okay with it, that their artwork, that they say, I like this, and you say, I like it, connect together, and it will be a masterpiece that some people might see or some people will never seen before.
Have you ever thought about making a highlight reel?
Yeah.
Exactly. We all have.
That's your
Oh my
resume,
God.
bro.
Yeah.
Especially for you that you want to do like visual art like that,
Yeah.
like film.
That, and I've been pushing through little skits here and there. For some classes, we're doing skits that are recorded, and I'm like,
Yeah.
it's a perfect opportunity to show my directing skill or my acting skills or whatever in that genre.
Put everything together at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Put it as part
We
of
we
your-
have
start a YouTube channel or something. I don't even know if you have one already.
Not yet. I'm
Start a
I'm
YouTube
like,
channel, bro, and then just make one long video of your work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
and then link that to your resume.
Yeah.
Be like, I did this. I
Yeah.
directed this. I
Yeah.
produced this.
Yeah, that's why I chose film. I wanted, basically, my goal in life is to make my mark in it. I want, even if it's a little small thing like this school, my mark is shown. It's here. It may not be the biggest impact, but to me, that's a milestone, because then I have to face the real world and say, if I want to make a movie, a documentary, I need to make sure people know that this is the mark I want to leave. That people can either enjoy, criticize, it doesn't matter, because you see my work. You can like it, you can hate it, but it's there.
We're about to be at the Sundance Festival. Like the next indie film produced for like you sell the rights to, I don't know, your film to Paramount
Yeah.
Pictures or something like that. That'd be cool.
course.
That,
And we can look back on this moment saying we knew Nathan.
exactly. That's, I guess that's
Yeah, I
my
interviewed
motto.
him when he was a senior.
You're
Gave
gonna be
me-
in a bar and somewhere in like
Yeah.
20 years. You're gonna be like, yes, I interviewed him.
I interviewed him.
Yeah.
Well, him right there, he got famous because of my podcast.
All you see on the TV, you just say a trailer and it says by Nathan. You're just like,
Yeah, I knew him. We
He
knew
just tell
him.
me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I chose film, because if people know who I am, they know that my greatness or my challenging of, I guess, becoming one of the best was also influenced by them. Because these people here, these people are helping me out. You know, obviously they humble me down on my ego, which is good because I need to be humble at times. But they, I guess, see my potential and say, you can go for it. Keep going with it.
His confidence is crazy because even you could say the worst things to him, he's not gonna care.
I'm a
It is-
smile.
Which
no
is
matter regardless.
great, because you shouldn't be
gassing him up right
caring. No,
Yeah.
but
Blushing
you
a
shouldn't
bit,
really
yeah.
care what other people think of you. So his confidence is
Yeah,
very
his
good.
confidence actually keeps the confidence in the leadership class.
Yes,
it keeps
I
it
agree,
alive.
I
It keeps
agree.
it alive.
That's why.
He gives energy to it.
That's why I'm saying, because I don't want, I hate being the star without the supporters. I don't want to be like that one actor that people know but people don't like, or saying I'm not with them. I want basically my success.
The Rock.
The Rock, basically.
No, he's always a hero.
I want my success to be their success too, because at the end of the day, what happens if her artist statement it becomes great? I can make a film, a documentary, and her fame will be shined out, and it will be amazing. A documentary about him, his work, lifestyle, how he grew up here in the hood, can be a masterpiece that I have created, and he gets the starlight of it. I don't want to be the starlight of everything, because I would love for that, but again, what purpose does that bring me? I'm better than everyone, but why am I better? I want people to say I'm with me and not par.
He wants to be at the top, but he doesn't want he doesn't want to be alone at the top.
Exactly.
That's what
I
he's
don't
trying to say.
want to leave them down.
That's basically what he's trying to say.
I want people to be with me at the top. That's why my goal as a film is to show people their true potential. Doesn't matter if it's the smallest form of film of saying that this to some people might be a small form, but to me it might say I can do better now. I can show a film, a podcast that might be greater or equal as or amazing as you have ever seen or heard. So I want to leave my mark. That's really who I want to be.
I'm gonna leave you with a challenge,
All right?
and it's something different. I don't think ARB Leadership's ever done.
Mhm.
Right? Whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, I'm pretty sure everybody sees you as the face of the whole senior class, right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you're gonna be the one up there giving the speech.
I most likely not, but I would
Most
like to have,
not.
no.
But when you say,
I mean, it's not always about the grades, right?
Yeah,
True,
I mean
true,
that's true,
definitely.
but I feel like
Everybody knows, bro. Like,
yeah, everybody knows him. Everybody's seen him.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm shown there, but I might not be the star of it.
And I'm telling you, like, I wasn't the one giving the speech at my graduation, right? But I knew who I was.
Yeah.
Right? I was in the same position,
Mhm.
right? But what I want to challenge you, bro, is because you could put everybody's work into the real world. I don't know if it's gonna work for everybody because I know some people are camera shy.
Yeah.
But maybe do an ARB documentary.
That'd be a good idea for the
Yeah, really?
seniors,
Yeah.
since it's our last year.
You know, do it last year, right? Interview everybody. Not like a whole hour long interview. Give them like
Yeah.
3-4 questions,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because at the end of the day, not everybody has the courage to come on a platform like this. Not everybody has the courage to do a segment. Like, because we view the segments on ARB News, right?
Yeah.
But we don't know the people.
Yeah.
That's true.
Like
Yeah.
one way to leave another mark, to have that alumni pride and have pride in your school, is to leave a mark and let everybody know who you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all had the privilege to be here. People could see this. Y'all could see this and be like, and y'all could clip parts of this podcast and use it for your own benefit. Other people in your class are not gonna have that.
Yeah.
That benefit.
Yeah,
I can't
that's
be
true.
selfish and only interview seniors, right? He's a sophomore, right? I want to interview his friends too.
Yeah.
There's other kids that I want to interview. We only do this once a week. So my challenge to you is, it doesn't have to be the whole senior class,
Yeah.
and it doesn't all have to be ARB leadership. But if you're able to get like, I don't know, for the 10, 15 kids,
Yeah.
and interview them and put together like a whole documentary, interview the senior advisors,
Yeah.
interview Kim, right, Miss Fuentesia,
Yeah.
principal, interview Vanessa, site coordinator, coach, counselors, all the people that make it possible, right? And the senior advisors, especially the senior advisors,
Yeah.
because those are the teachers that are with you, right? And then get a couple kids, whether they're, the most rebellious kids, right? Or whether they're the I don't even know how to pronounce it.
Valedictorian.
Whatever,
Yeah.
right? It could be in between, right? Just make sure to get their stories on film.
Yeah.
ARB is an institution in this community. We're not the size of Jefferson,
No.
Not at all.
but
Nope.
we have our own history. We
Yeah.
have our own story,
Definitely.
right? My kids have the privilege of putting their stories on our stuff, right?
Yeah.
But we need something that belongs to ARB, right? And I can't be here to help y'all out.
Yeah.
I could only help y'all, give you ideas. We could let you borrow some of the equipment, as long as you bring it back.
Definitely. Yeah.
If you bring it back completely the way you
Yeah.
took it, but maybe if you want to leave a mark in ARB leadership and ARB news, do something that's never been done before. And
Yeah.
since you're the leader, right, and you obviously have a skill that could help highlight everybody,
Yeah.
put his story on film, right? Put her story on film. I don't know the rest. Put my boy Felix.
Yo,
Right? My boy
Felix,
Felix. He was in the
Yeah.
basketball team.
Now baseball team.
You know,
And then he
now,
could
now
just-
he's in the baseball team. His brother graduated from here. There's people who don't even know who his brother was, and his brother didn't have that opportunity to hop on a podcast like this to tell his story.
Yeah.
But he can,
Yeah.
right?
There you go, Felix.
You guys have friends. You guys, know people.
Yeah.
Everybody has, like I said, they can't interview all 150, whatever, how many.
Yeah.
of y'all.
Yeah.
But if you get a couple kids, like pocket of kids, girls, guys, and
At random.
just random,
Basically, yeah.
from different communities, the LGBTQ community, the ARC, high school seniors that stay at ARC, athletes, right?
Yeah.
Wilderness leadership, like the dudes that like to go camping and stuff like that. The SRLA kids, like you get a kid from every single club, every single subculture, every single genre. I don't even know how to pockets of kids, because not everybody.
The
hangs out.
diversity.
It's
Yeah.
You want diversity. yeah.
diversity, guys, girls, non-binary kids. You get everybody in between.
Yeah.
But that's my challenge to you. But don't do this alone.
Of course not. That's my motto. I'm not gonna do it alone. I got friends. I got family. We're gonna make it to the top, one way or another. That's basically another goal of my life. We're gonna make it to the top, no matter what. That's why I like to be challenged with stuff like this. I can prove that we're not the only minorities. We are greater than what we can even think of. His story, it could be a lifetime thing.
It could change politics in this little area, though.
It can, and that's why I want to push to be great, so I can know, and people can know that my legacy, our legacy, this community's legacy, should not be put to shame. There's
Bro,
stars in here.
We're in the cut, dog. Bro, we're literally at the edge of South Central. This is literally
For real.
the edge of South Central.
Who
Pretty
cares?
sure we can make it out.
There's
though.
a lot of kids that come here from South Central, and there's a lot of them that believe that, I gotta be living the hood lifestyle,
Yeah, there's a lot of
As
kids.
long as you can put
we're
your
more
voice
than
out there,
We're more
you
than
can
that.
get out
You
of
could
it.
do a
Exactly.
lot better. There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's people that have come from worse. They've gotten to higher places.
Exactly.
Okay, there's always somebody that's gonna have it worse than you, and they're always gonna succeed than you. So
Definitely.
why are you
You just
limiting
need the
yourself?
motivation.
You need not even the motivation. It's like discipline.
Yeah.
You need the discipline. Motivation is one thing. Discipline is another.
Yeah.
You need discipline.
That's why I don't want to put our community to shame. If I'm gonna make it out of here and be great, I want to say that I came from here, we came from here. Our Starlight came from nothing to being something that no one could ever thought it would be.
And don't try to. All right, anything that you go into, don't try to be like the best, but try to be the best that you can be.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Because if you try to just go up to the top and you're like, oh yeah, this is my goal,
You're gonna get lost.
you're gonna get lost.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you're
With the
doing it
fame.
like, oh, I could do this, I could do that, I'm improving myself the most I can. You'll see that you might not be number one, you might not be number two, you might not be number three, but you got up there, like,
It's all about impact.
yeah, talk about you
Exactly.
did better than you thought you would.
One small thing could lead to greatness that you never even know. And that's what it's like you said. I don't want to be at the top and I lose everything and I thought I came from a greatness background that I'm always the star. No. I want to know in the future saying I came from nothing with people who had nothing that made it to the top with the little hope that we have in our community. Because us, the people who have this much passion, we're the small little candles. And if from afar, it may not be a huge difference. But if you come closer, you can see that we want to be someone.
And one candle, you could start, even if you have candles, right? One's not on fire, one is. You can spread the fire to the other.
That's what I want to do. I'm the fire, and I want to make sure each and one of kids, adults, know that you can have hope unimaginable. Like, I want people not to say have my confidence, have my ego, but have the light in you that's saying, you're
I
not
want to
alone.
be the best me.
The best you. I want to help. I want to support. I want to be the person that other people can say, he helped me, she helped me, they helped me. I don't want to be a solo person. I want to be basically with the family. Like, these people, they don't know, but I consider them close people that I love and cherish, that I want to bring to the top.
Felix,
I have
you too, Felix.
Felix
You
too.
too. You know, me and you said elementary. It's elementary.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. I don't want to be alone with this fame. I want everyone to say, I came from here. We came from here. We're here now. This is our mark. And when I leave this world, this universe, my mark is shown across generations of people that didn't even know my Starlight, our Starlight could even happen. That's my goal.
That was the deep speech right there. That
Tearing
was
up a
cool.
bit.
Tearing up
Good
a bit.
job.
Mr. Inspiration.
We're gonna wrap this up. This is officially the end of podcast number 7. Thank y'all, seniors, ARB Leadership.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you do the closing.
Me? All I wanted to say was just like, nunca olvides tu raíz. Never forget your roots. It's
Never.
an important thing to
Never
remember.
forget your roots is real important.
Definitely.
Right? Like I said, thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for participating.
Yeah, don't worry.
Taking some time from whatever y'all were supposed to do.
That's cool.
And yeah, shout out to my boy Alexis. You know, the sound engineer. He's
Thank you,
doing
thank
everything.
you.
Like we have some missing team members today, so we
Yeah.
had to take the responsibility of handling the computer, the audio, the camera, everything. Shout out to my boy Alexis from the Martian Crew. Shout out to my boy Felix in the background again.
Yeah,
let's
Felix!
go.
Yeah, let's go.
But yeah, expect this to be on YouTube next week. I don't know how long is it.
An hour and 15 minutes.
God
Oh,
damn.
God.
Our
Hour
fault.
and 15 minutes.
My bad.
Sorry.
That's cool. I was expecting this to be like 2 hours. So.
Oh, well, I mean, it could have been worse, right?
We can keep going, but, or maybe in part 2, you never know. You never
Maybe
know.
not.
Maybe.
You
Yeah.
may never know. May
You
never
never
know.
know.
But we're going to end it like this. Don't forget to like, subscribe. You can't comment on our videos because our videos are made for kids. But don't forget to like, subscribe,
Yeah.
and share this when it comes out. Follow us on Instagram. And then join our Discord. We have, we'll start using Discord a lot more. And before we end this, I just want to let everybody know that I know I left for a semester. I'm back. Things are back to normal. Things are back to normal. At least with the Martian Crew, with me and my team. Right? Arc is here. I know faces have changed at Arc, but come get to meet Vanessa. Come
Definitely.
get to meet Isabella. I know Norman shows up once or twice a week. Yeah, we're going to end it with that. Shout out to everybody. Peace out, YouTube.
Bye, guys.
Bye.